Hello. It would help if I show my face, right? Okay. How are you? This is Sylvia of Colorful Foresight, where we truly connect from within. Take process, right? So let's play. Let's get in tune together. Now, you got to pause, especially if you're not watching live. And we're going to talk about gracefully aging. No, I'm not educating you on aging. It's going to be fun video. Somehow we're going to add cards, oracles, or you could have a pendulum, or you could use intuition or good old common sense. So while the two video clips are shown, shuffle your card, pick out the oracle card, and you're going to comment. And if you do this after live, so comment. See what the message for you. Because remember, it's all about you. It's all about you. So let's see what our spirit guides have a message for us, for you. By the way, I got a message for a friend. My friend sent me an image today. He didn't in Los Angeles, and he had a fruit, and he just ate it. So random. So here's for him. Good. Yum. Random. Okay. So here we go. My hair looks crazy. Ooh, I just made it worse. Well, we'll just be with it. I feel like I'm getting pulled. Ooh. Okay. So here's the video. Let's start. What video could it be on?
One of my first perimenopause.
This isn't the first time Drew's kept things real.
No, not going to be a liberation. And then we got another one. Are you curious? By the way, you're supposed to be shuffling the cards while you're watching that. So what do you got for Drew, and then what do you got for the second clip?
Going to find a job like that.
You talk about plastic surgery being a Ponzi scheme. Can you explain that really quickly? I thought that was so intriguing.
If somebody is afraid that they're not going to find a maid or keep a job or get that new job or something and they're assuming it's because of their face, they may go change their face and think that takes care of the fear, but it doesn't. So the fear is just it's going to be this bag you're going to continue carrying along with you, regardless of what you do for your face. So in that sense, like, you're never going to win. Or if you're doing it because of people-pleasing reasons, you want to make sure that those people that were criticizing you don't criticize you again. You'll never win that. If they want to criticize you, they're going to find something every single time. So why not just get rid of the fears and get rid of the people-pleasing, and then you can just have whatever face you want and live a freer life.
I haven't been hooked into the idea that you're also changing yourself for other results in your life, a la a job or a partner. Whoa, Justine. Whoa.
I mean, I've had it.
Yeah, whoa. So, not whoa. Okay. So the card we got for like just the subject on aging, gracefully aging. By the way, this is for men too. Women and men. Even though the topic women could, with beauty and it affect women more. But it's 10 of 1. This is what Spirit wanted us to say, share today. The 10 of 1 is like weary and worn down. Okay, we know that. So aging kind of like that, like wearing out. All the hard work, effort, energy, how you put your energy, right? So while I was watching Drew Barrymore, I had the 2 of coins, the hot flashes, like the energy changing, the life of changing. I had hot flashes a few years ago, but I was still getting my monthly up to like, even now I'm still getting it. I wanted a child in my 40s. I don't know, that time has passed, right? Just waiting too long and all that. But, the idea of beauty and all that, that's a little scary, it is. But how good is it to age, right? Because it means you're living longer. I have the deck that somebody gifted to me. It's from Patty. I'm going to have her as the guest. She does the podcast with Angela, and she does things. She's a coach, etc. Coaching for Inspiration with Patty. I never opened it. It's an oracle card. So what is the message for us? Okay. Each day I am developing positive work-life balance habits. So each day I'm developing positive life balance habits. So that's all we could do when it comes to aging. I'm not against plastic surgery, but she's making a point. Especially Drew Barrymore made it like, oh, this, it is what it is. And, you could feel good about it. And Justine Bateman, sometimes I go, why would she little tuck here and there? But I feel like some people are going to actually age well and better because we have more knowledge about things. Also, the mindset. Can remember, like back in the 70s, 80s, if you're 40 years old, you were already a woman with the hair in a bun. What did that say? But you know what I'm saying? It's like a grandma. And now I have like relatives in the 70s that they look like they're in the 50s or they have the spunk of that. So it's also the mind frame. But nothing wrong you nip and tuck. It's when you have fears about it. That's what I'm getting. When you have fears about it. Because such is life. Aging is about like that 10 and 1. Right? Your body gets weary, get worn down. Right? That person who like a hard worker in here and they just get tired, body gets worn down. So for the Justine Bateman card, for the video, Justine Bateman of her topic, because Drew Barrymore is more about making it fun. The video is fun, even though it's a serious topic, getting hot flashes, right? Hormonal imbalances, correct? Like you see it, hormonal imbalances. And then we got the Page of Cup. So funny because the Page of Cup is like a youthful person. So I'm getting like maybe your body may get worn down, but you could still be youthful in energy and wise, even though it's not a wise card. But like Justine Bateman, even though she like aging, she dresses nice. She comes off youthful to me. Wise, but youthful. And let's see, what's another one? By the way, you guys, this is live. I'm going to change it to 8 p.m. Eastern, which could be 5 p.m. Pacific, and 7 p.m. Central. So I want you to come on because I like to feed off of that, feed off of your energy. And also, please comment. I choose to schedule time to plug each day. Trying to figure out how we could apply that. I live life to fullest. Well, definitely, like we know so many people who may not have that opportunity to have the benefit of getting wise and wisdom. Work balance, definitely. Like, are you enjoying your life? Some people have survival they have for work, but some people just work a lot because X, Y, Z. But where they're going, I choose to let go of what I can control. Hello. Perfect topic, like perfect synchronicity, right? I don't know what the word is, but it just makes sense. You can't control aging, especially youth getting older or women, the time. Kind of curious how men age. Do their ball drop really low? I mean, our boobs fall low, but when we're talking about hormone, okay, here we go. So let's do a little bit of pendulum. So I'm going to ask some questions. Let's see if we can do it. So we get like, okay, wait a minute. So you see this? If it swings this way, it's a yes, like this way. If it swings circled to the right, it's a no. If it goes to the left, the circle is kind of like clearing the energy. And if it goes sideways, it's neutral. So I'm trying to think of a question. So I'm asking the card, like, give me some question I can ask. balance. So, if the collective at this point in time, are they going to get more balance and appreciate the idea of aging gracefully? Wait, hold on. At this time in 2023, is there a shift in regard aging gracefully? No, not yet. By 2025, will it get better? Yes, I'm getting because of conversation like this. I Nothing wrong with little nip and tuck, and with technology, it's becoming more natural looking. Right now, it's a little unnatural looking. So right now, they're clearing the energy, going the opposite clockwise. On the computer, it might be clockwise, but so what other question can we ask? Um, so is this why a conversation like this seems to be a synchronicity where you have various different people talk about aging? Because as a collective, we're going to improve that understanding that aging is wonderful, especially naturally. You know what comes to mind? When fillers first came out, it was so unnatural, and there's some actors, they 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 did it at first, and then they just looked horrible. But now they're cutting back, so people learn it, trial and error, and things like that. So, how you see it for you, like aging? For me, Justine Bateman mentioned. I mean, you got age, you got to worry about looking ugly, or not as youthful. Like she mentioned mate, especially with the mate. But I find like if I like a guy, um, maybe he doesn't always look great. So it's the energy about him. By then you have the connection with him. So we have to focus on, still look decent, but it's really about the connection, right? And then as far as the job goes, that's always been concerned, right? As far as like people older. Let me see if I could get any cards on that. Career. I know, like they say, once you're 50, that's it. We're gonna, what's up with that? Close. I have to close. I opened the pendulum. I just asked them to close. Could you open up the energy, right? So you gotta close. We got the 2 of coins. Like, how can we prove that? Like, there's so many people, and the older, I think there's more older people than younger people. Why are we allowing the youth or the idea of young be better? I mean, I know, like, we talk about some presidents around the world and they're considered too old, but why can their wisdom be great? A president is great and they have their knowledge, but they're basically a front man, and then they have their administration. Like, we got to honor the older people again, right? Like, now that my grandparents are gone, the idea of like, I wish I was nicer to them when I was younger. I wish I appreciated them more. My grandmother, one of them, she didn't speak English that great. That kind of, didn't give me the chance to connect with them. Like, I wish, and I wasn't even that much younger, like, with like my 30s when the last 2 died. And I didn't really appreciate it, you know? Um, but, they were awesome. They say like youth is wasted. Wait, wisdom is wasted on the young or stuff like that. There's some truth to that. What's great though, they have now a nursing home where they have preschool kids work along with the older people in nursing home or assisting living. And what it's doing is, it makes younger people, the little kids, they're training them to respect the older people. You know what I mean? Like, to care for them, open up to them. And it gives life again for the older people because now they have these young kids come in. They play with them and they color with them and they talk with them. So I feel like I'm saying a bunch of random things, but it's going to apply to you somehow. So we got the 4 of Cups. We just want to live the good life, regardless what age, from young to not as young. And you just want, again, you got a 4 cup, which is like, you see, it's like happy celebration kind of thing. And then you got the family card, legacy, you know, having everything and all that bit. Can we create a legacy no matter what age you are? And it doesn't have to be legacy like something so big. Not everybody gonna have such a big thing once they die. So how do we create a legacy? For some reason that's coming up. I mean, what comes to mind is this, like the world of social media. Everybody leaving behind something, especially if they use good content. People are leaving behind good energy. That could be their legacy, whether it lasts to their lifetime, like maybe in 2 years they stopped doing it and had nothing to do with the good things they've done. But what legacy are you leaving behind now, not until you're dead? That would come to mind. So I hope that having at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific Mountain Time, it'd be 6 and 7 o'clock Central. I hope you guys come on and interact. Take it on. Take it on. Take it on. I'm right here. Especially by the way, my subscribers are getting up. Now I have like over 93, 94 before it becomes 1,000. Then I can't pay you any attention. Only because there'd be so many of you, I can only focus on one thing at a time, not because anything else, like I'm better than you. No. So, how does it apply to you old people? Or you're young, how does it apply to you? Are you young and you already worry about that? We got to get skin deep. And if you have your grandparents, appreciate them. And you know what? I've heard of this. They used to say that. Appreciate them. And I mean, I enjoy them. I have good memories. But it's not the same. Not like when you look back, go, oh, I wish I, was better at this, right? We have that. It is what it is. It is what it is. So another card. The moon. The moon in reverse. Don't let that thinking F you up. The moon is like a weird, like the weirdness of what make us look better, what make us good, or what make us anything positive. The moon reverse is like kind of got this weird kind of vibe going on, right? So much so that when people start fixing their faith, they start looking weird and warped. Thank God through trial and error, they're starting to get more natural looking. So that weird, like you could apply that in your relationship. What your weird insecurity or stuff you have, I could see that for myself. You're just putting out that weird vibe to the other. And then nothing's happening, right? Or same thing with work. Like whatever weirdness you have about anything. Yay, Angela saved again. I have somebody to feed off. Dance with Angela. How are you? She goes, I like grace and gracefully. The kind old word. Yeah, Grace. I like that. If I had a daughter, I would name her Grace. Wonder what younger people think of grace and gracefully. You're feeling me? I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you on this. Isn't it funny how the divine make me pick the topic tonight? I'm like, are people going to watch this? But who cares? So I like grace and gracefully. That old. You know what? I just played with Patty cards earlier. The oracle card that she sent me at the gift. This is actually the first oracle card I've had in a long time. I've been asking the universe to manifest. And I haven't for years, like 2-3 years, and it hadn't happened. And even when I go, okay, I'm going to pay for a oracle deck, because it's an investment. I used to have oracles, but they got worn out or outgrew them. And it just hadn't happened. So this is my first mini affirmation oracle card. So this is a message for you, Angela, in regard grace and gracefully, and everybody who's watching. The affirmation cards, she corrected me. I am achieving work-life balance, and it's good for my soul and family. You're like, I know that. Shh. Keep getting reminded, right? So I'm going to replace, so we're talking about grace. So let's replace grace. I am achieving grace, life balance, and it's good for my soul and family. Ooh, wasn't that nice? Let's do it again. I am achieving grace, life balance, and it's good for my soul and family. That could be like, maybe you could appreciate your job more even if you don't love it. Or maybe you could replace this idea of having a job, a career with grace. Or nothing about work and just put grace there. I am achieving grace, balance, and it's good for my soul and family. Let's see. We got the 9 of Wands. You know, I was showing earlier, Angela, the card of 10 of Wands. You know how 10 of Wands is like a person who's worn out? That's aging. That's part of your body going through things. But people are also, nowadays, they're aging more gracefully, even without surgery. And I'm not even against it because now they're getting more natural how to keep you, plump and graceful. Plus the mindset we have, like I was saying earlier, I have relatives in their 70s and they're way younger than my relative in the 70s, 80 at 70 years old. So the combination mind thing, the consciousness shifting, the energy about that, and literally when you fix yourself up. So, and also people who, yeah, let's see. First of all, I'm going to lift this up because this is nice. I like grace and gracefully. The kind old word. Wonder what younger people think of grace and gracefully. Yeah, when you're old, grace is necessary to get through life, right? Because that's the reality check. Like, we're getting older, but I say the blessing because we're still here. We're alive, especially Angela, who went through all the interesting health challenges. And now she's better than ever. So here's Angela, right? Angela's a little battled, right? Angela, after a few years, you're battled with your health challenges, but now you're stronger than ever. So now she just really appreciate life, right? And we're going to go back with how we all feel. I am truly blessed, right? I am truly blessed. And this is what we're all getting rid of. All the ideas about age and grace. I'm sorry, aging, like what we have to do to make us better somehow. There are people who are so sexy and they're not the greatest looking. They, maybe they're worn out looking, but they got that thing going on. Oh, consciousness shift is grace. Oh, it is graceful, right? Which card come after 10 of Wands? Is it the Knight of Wands or the Page? One of those. Is it Knight first, then Page? I think it's Page, then Knight. Page is young, and then the Knights are like early adult, right? And then you got the King. Yep. I let go of my old habits, embrace new ones. What made you ask that question, Angela? Were you thinking of Page of Wands or the Knight of Wands? So, guys, we're going to go from being in battle, have this negative idea about aging, right? It's the reality check, though, right? That's why we have to be grateful. Angela said, yeah, when you're old, grace is necessary to get through life. The humbling thing, correct? So here we're feeling about it, like, oh, am I ready for that? But it's really about how other people treat us, what other society think about aging as well. Because if everybody had great relationship with aging or the idea of it, you probably worry a little less about it. No, it was the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, you know how like they're holding on to a lot of wands and they're just overwhelmed. So the body gets overwhelmed. I think of it like being worn down. I dropped some cards on the floor, so we'll just leave it there for now. I just say 10 of Wands first, then 9 of Wands. So we'll use a different deck. So I was using the pendulum earlier, and I was asking them if seeing like the 2 clips that we saw about, people talking about aging, it's about like the consciousness going to shift where aging going to be once again revered and respected. Right now, it's like, no. But by 2025, it'll be better. So there's something that's going on. So that's positive. Talking about this maybe is helpful. Everybody who talked about the millions and millions of different social media conversation, people talking one-on-one about it. Also, because of technology and people are able to get more youthful or remain youthful, but in a natural way, which I'm for. Hey, I'll admit. But also the idea of how people at 40 years old is not like the way we thought at 70. So we got every aspect that are helping us to age gracefully, even though it's humbling. And then they say people going to age, live longer, especially the generation after us. So we are learning about something in regard to that. So we're gonna start wrapping up. 3 of Cup. It's like, people friendship. We have to be friendly, not with. We got to be aware of all this. We're not that. We got to see our aging, which is challenging, but wash our mind and be a friend with it. I don't know how, but I feel better about it a little bit by doing this video. So that's a start. And be friends with older people too. I'm thinking, you know. To see people like a little more deeply. I was telling early in a video, I had this friend who sent me a message eating a fruit just because he was being silly. So I did the same. So it's like he could look good, he could look messy, you could look good, you could look messy, but it's the energy of the other person. So that's how we got to see in regard everything around us. But I just thought of a movie. I forgot the name of it with Robert. Can't remember that. Robert. One of the Robert, the Italian guy. Al Pacino. So he did a movie where he's this older guy, and he interning because his wife died or something. So he would need to do something because he's retired. So he's interning at this younger. I can't remember any of the actors and actresses, but you know who I'm talking about. Robert D. Oh, it's Italian guy, short. You know who I'm thinking of? So at first, the woman who owned the company, she's like in her 30s, and she built it from scratch. And now it's like a very successful, huge company. And it's run by mostly Deniro. It's run by mostly younger people. So most interns, they're young, except for him. He's like this older guy because the younger people want to hire. They're more mindful of this idea of including. So even though younger people sometimes are the worst in regard honoring the older, or they'll be like, "Ew, you're so old and you're only like 30, right?" It's like a thing where the younger people are creating so many opportunities, especially through technology. But so they're also including older people as interns. And he was very valuable because he once owned a big company. So I don't know, it's just what comes to mind. So it's like, everything has a place. When things go out of balance, they go back in. So I'm feeling like we're going back in balance into honoring everything that's older. but it can even be better. Not gonna like we're not going back to when the young honor the older people. It's not only are we gonna honor the older people because like older people not so old. They're a mix of old school, new school. So from that, you're gonna carry a different energy. So each consciousness shift, if there's something to it. So anything come to mind, Angela, before we complete the video? I see somebody here drinking coffee. Oh, wait, and I see somebody over there just laying down watching me, not picking up a card or anything or like that. Come on, that's not fair. So Angela had the Three of Cups. It's like friendship between generation. Like you said, friendship. So friendship between generation. So that's nice. That's a nice thought. Yeah. Okay. So I'll see you next week. Please like, subscribe, and share.